Amelia and David were ecstatic. They had finally found it, their dream house. A beautiful Victorian mansion nestled on a quiet street, just waiting for their love and a little TLC to bring it back to its former glory. The house was full of character, with ornate carvings and a sense of history that whispered from every corner. They couldn't wait to start their lives together within its walls. The first few weeks were a whirlwind of paint swatches and furniture shopping. They ripped up old carpets, revealing original hardwood floors. They tore down outdated wallpaper, exposing hand-painted murals underneath. The house seemed to come alive with every change they made. As they worked, they talked about their future, filling the empty rooms with the echoes of laughter and the promise of a family. They were building more than just a home. They were building a life together. One cool evening, while exploring the depths of the basement, David stumbled upon something unexpected. A section of the wall seemed to shift slightly as he brushed past. He ran his hand over the rough stone, feeling for a latch or a hidden mechanism. With a soft click, a section of the wall swung inward, revealing a narrow doorway. Excitement coursed through him as he called for Amelia. They grabbed a flashlight and cautiously stepped inside. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of dust and decay. The beam of their flashlight danced across the room, revealing its secrets. It was small and completely empty, except for a single wooden chair positioned directly in the center. The chair faced a blank wall, and on a small table beside it sat an old cassette recorder. A shiver ran down Amelia's spine. The room felt cold, lifeless. There was an oppressive atmosphere in the air, a strange energy that seemed to press down on them. David, ever the optimist, squeezed her hand reassuringly. They had stumbled upon a mystery, a hidden piece of their home's history. Curiosity outweighed their apprehension. David reached for the cassette recorder, its plastic cold and slightly damp beneath his fingers. He pressed play. The whirring of the tape filled the silence, followed by a moment of static before a voice broke through. It was a man's voice, gravelly and weak, as if strained through time itself. "If you found this," the voice rasped, "it's already watching you." Amelia's breath caught in her throat. The voice sounded so close, so present, despite the age of the recording. The air in the room seemed to crackle with a sudden energy. Fear coiled in the pit of her stomach, urging her to leave. David seemed equally disturbed, his brow furrowed as he listened intently to the recording. He glanced at Amelia, a silent question passing between them. Before either of them could speak, the chair in the center of the room began to move. It creaked slowly, turning on its own as if guided by an unseen hand. It stopped, facing them directly. A scream caught in Amelia's throat, choked by the sudden surge of terror that flooded her senses. She grabbed David's arm, pulling him towards the door. "We need to go. Now," she whispered, her voice tight with panic. They didn't hesitate, didn't speak as they scrambled out of the room, stumbling back into the relative safety of the basement. David slammed the hidden door shut, the sound echoing ominously in the silence that followed. Heart pounding, they ran. They didn't stop until they were safely upstairs. The heavy basement door slammed shut behind them. Silence descended, thick and heavy. Then a sound, a loud thump from the basement, followed by the distinct sound of slow, deliberate footsteps ascending the stairs. Amelia and David exchanged a look of pure terror. Whatever was in the room, whatever had spoken to them from the cassette recorder, was no longer content to remain hidden. A cold, raspy voice, closer now, slithered up the stairs from the basement. "You shouldn't have listened."